something is going to happen. Of course, as you all know, after 7 years of hacker-infested waitlisting, EA dropped this Titanfall 2 bomb on us. They updated the game out of nowhere and even dropped a new game mode, labeled simply question mark, question mark, question mark, reviving this dying game. But why? Why would they do this? So long after the game initials release, why would they just all of a sudden update it? We know it has to be Titanfall 3, and it's not just copium, at least not mostly. Let's look at the facts. Apex's player count has either been dropping or stagnating for months now. And of course, as many of you know, the recent patch notes for Apex ended with a cryptic message, incoming transmission, Nessie, and a series of numeric codes shortly after. That, when decoded, translates to the release dates of Titanfall 1, Titanfall 2, and Apex Legends in Unix time. But there's more. Let's look at this week's newest game mode in Titanfall 2, The Other Side. Like, what does that even mean? The other one they didn't even bother to name, so why would they name this one? So it has to mean something. Well, if I've learned anything from Call of Duty Zombie Easter egg hunters or FNAF lore experts, it's to never, ever look down on the tenacity, creativity, and investigation skills of people with too much free time. As many have already pointed out, The Other Side is the name of a Red Hot Chili Pepper song. But not just any song, it's the third single released and specifically their 7th album. And as many of you know, Titanfall 2's 7th anniversary of October 28th is this month. And I'm not the only one who knows this can't just be a coincidence. Yes, it may seem far-fetched, but then again, why would a AAA company such as EA decide to do something like this? There has to be something big happening this 28th. Okay, so let's take off our tinfoil hats and step back for a moment from attempting to convince you Titanfall 3 is real, like some overly crazed fandom talking about how certain characters should be in a relationship. Instead, I pose another question. If EA is actually making Titanfall 3, should they? Should they make Titanfall 3 and risk tainting the game's name? I mean, unless you've been living in your parents' basement as some kind of golem creature, everyone knows how much love Titanfall 2 is getting right now, and how much love Titanfall 2 has always gotten by its player base, in which it deserves, being inarguably the best multiplayer shooter experience ever made, and I will stand on that mountain until I die from copium overdose. That's beside the point though. Back to the question at hand. Titanfall 2 was crushed by Battlefield and COD at launch. However, both those games have been continuously digging their own grave for years now, leaving the world dry for a good FPS. Of course, anyone has their opinions on why this is happening, and personally, I can't speak for Battlefield much. I can, however, come out of the closet here and now and tell all the world this. Until recent years, I was indeed a COD fanboy. Whew, okay, I'm glad I got that out there. I'm coming out with that just to say I believe I have a valid insider opinion on why COD has been failing, and it's simple. The company has given up on innovation, creativity, and individual game identity, because they know no matter what they release, people are gonna buy it because of how big their name is. So instead of giving us fully fleshed out and functioning games, they have continuously released unoriginal microtransaction farms to make money. And so many other companies have been doing this, relying on in-game purchases and battle passes, battle pie, to get them money. And I know any Titanfall 2 enjoyer would hate to see that in their game. We would hate to see a release of Titanfall 3 with no personality, no love, and no true identity, with a surplus of in-game currency, paid DLC, and mom's credit card information. That is not to say that some of that stuff isn't really cool in game, and that games can't benefit from it. Really hard to say that a lot of cosmetics in games like Fortnite or COD aren't really impressive, and that I wouldn't love to see some original Titan skins or some reactive camos in Titanfall. Because let's be real, Titanfall 2 cosmetics are sorta bruh to say the least. But I don't know if we can trust EA to not take it too far. I mean, nearly every other has proven that they can't, so why would Titanfall 3 be any different? So, it's a really scary future we see ourselves looking at right now. I personally would love to see another game. Even if it's bad, even if they somehow ruin it, which I really, really, really hope they don't, That won't change Titanfall 1 or 2, and it won't change the memories us players have gotten. And let's be real with each other. Would it be more disappointing to see an attempt of a new game in the series flop, or more disappointing knowing one of the best games ever got cut short by a bad launch and will never see the true light of day again? Personally, I believe the latter would be worse. So again, I'm open for a new game. However, just to say it, let's talk about the other possibility. I'm in the strong belief that something is going to happen regarding Titanfall. Even if it's not a new game, a lot of factors are pointing towards something. So the other possibility I've heard mentioned is a Titanfall 2 overhaul, in which I don't have as much to say about this. I will say I wouldn't mind seeing this either. However, this option is much riskier to me. This would guarantee a simple slapping on of microtransactions and DLC. And truth be told, I don't believe Titanfall 2 is built for a modern way of doing that. The style and gameplay I feel would not suit super reactive camos or complete reskinning of characters and titans and guns. So they would have to do some kind of overhaul. And if the off chance they decide to mess around with the graphics, the weapons, or please not the movement, I see there being a high chance of ruining Titanfall 2, or at the very least making it worse. Not that there isn't a chance to improve, again, I just see it as riskier. But alright, my script is running out. Don't worry, I wrote it myself. It's not AI generated or anything. I just tend to stutter. And I said all I wanted to say for this video. I would love to hear anybody's thoughts in the comments over the content or myself. I am trying to grow a YouTube channel here. But thanks for watching as always. I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Peace.